Are you ready? Because I know I'm ready. Are you ready to get hype as fuck?
Hype as fuck.
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 Hype AF.
Get hyped as fuck.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Skymanor tapping the fuck in. And if you haven't heard already, hype as fuck, baby. Let's go.
What up, what up? I am Madwack Jackson, and you are watching another episode of the Get Hype AF podcast. And today our guest is Chris Boyd from Boyd Music, who is also affiliated with the upcoming, I'm just going to call it a Sky Manor Gilded Records movement, because it's pretty much an entire ass movement. Bear with me, I'm just tagging him up in this video right now so all of his followers can see it as well. If you are tuning in, please, please, please comment, tag, share, all of that good stuff. Get in here and ask some questions. All right, so that is done. Without further ado, you guys, help me welcome my guest to the show today. Holy moly. Chris Boyd, welcome, my man.
What's up?
All right. So first and foremost, let's just kind of get everyone a little bit associated and familiar with you. Where are you from, and what age are you, and where do you currently live, if they differ?
Okay, yeah, so I'm from a whole bunch of different places. I moved around a bunch as a kid, mostly between New Mexico and Wisconsin. But I mean, I've lived in Australia. I've been all over the place. Currently, I'm based in Kearney, Nebraska, middle of fucking nowhere. But I kind of like it here. It's not too bad.
Wow, I couldn't help but notice on your profile that you spent some time in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, I love that town. I love it.
How long ago was that? Just for my personal nosiness.
It was about 10, 12 years ago. I got in some trouble. I was kind of doing some extracurricular things that the authorities frown upon. So, but yeah, I actually got my start, I guess. I did a couple shows at the Roxy Theater there, probably 15, 20 years ago now. And then all that trouble happened. And so it's been a long break, but yeah, I love that town. I'm so happy every time I get to go back.
So how long have you been doing music since you have been doing the Roxy about 15, 20 years ago?
Sure. So way back then, I was a dumb little kid that didn't know what I was doing and just thought that I was already dope, right? And so I did that for probably 3 or 4 different shows at the Roxy, and I was doing my thing there, and then I got in trouble again, and so years have passed, and now this time I'm not quite as stupid of a little kid. I'm not going to say I'm smart yet, but I'm learning it, right? I'm actually taking the time to study. I'm trying to figure out exactly what music is and what makes the difference between what people want to hear, what people don't want to hear in terms of just the cadence and all that sort of thing, right? So I've only been doing that for like a year.
Wow. All right. So you've been in it for a long time, but actually kind of more taking yourself a little seriously, I guess you could say, over the past year.
I think that's fair. So when I was in trouble and stuff, a lot of times my hustle when I was locked up was to write poetry. I'd write poems for the dudes, for their ladies back home or whatever, their kids and that kind of thing. I'd be like, all right, just tell me kind of 6 or 7 different general things you want to say, and I'll put this together, right? So the lyricism and that kind of thing, the rhyming and even a little bit of a cadence, because it's poetry, has been there my whole life. I've been doing that for as long as I can remember. But yeah, just recently I've been able to be in a situation to where I could take this as seriously as I know this craft needs to be taken.
Sure. So I guess on that note, who is one of your I can turn this into a two-part question for you, actually.
Okay.
Who is one of your biggest overall inspirations, number one?
Okay.
And number two, who is recently inspired you to kind of take this new step towards your music?
I like it. So actually, it's kind of crazy, right? When I was younger, I was really much more of a rock head. I loved Eminem and, Luda and those TIs every now and some of his stuff. I respect it a lot more now than I used to. But like back then, I was listening to Linkin Park. I was listening to Breaking Benjamin and Stone Sour and Stained and Seether and all those guys, Mudvayne, all those people. And so I've always sort of had that rock mentality towards my rap. The reason why I choose to rap is I'm not a great singer. As much as I try and pretend, and as many times as I put melodies in my music, I still know I can't sing that great, right? And also the challenge of being able to rhyme over and over and over and over and over and still actually say something is the reason why I went there. Recently, I've been listening to a lot of Dax. I don't know. He's really motivating. I'd like to be able to just seamlessly change the flow and go in and out of cadences and stuff like that, like he does. I think that's great. I love the storytelling that NF does and Jelly Roll does, those guys. So probably more recently, those are the ones that sort of made me want to get back into it, I guess.
Nice. Those are pretty much my exact same music influences. I started out kind of more on the rock and roll side of music, and then somehow transitioned into hip hop and rap. I mean,
so why did you transition?
I've always listened to both, but the Strange Music family, no one particular artist. I have to make that extremely clear.
Yeah, for sure. They're also like talented but unique in their own perspectives. It's cool. Yeah. Well,
and I mean, something about them and the way they appeal to their fans, and it kind of made you feel like you were a part of something instead of, as I like to say, the Kanyes and Drakes, who are literally, to people like me, are untouchable. You know, in reality, if you are an underground music artist and you're trying to make music, you look at those people and you're like, never. I mean, that's one of your wildest dreams, literally.
Right.
So the underground movement and the bigger but yet smaller artists like Tech and Chris and Stevie and everyone like that, they're known, but they still give the time of day to their fans.
They never forgot.
Yeah, and they still, something about them just makes them more reachable to the little guy, I guess.
I totally agree. I totally get what you're saying.
So it was a major, it was the music itself, but it was just the way they handled themselves.
Like those are your people, right? Even if you don't know them, those are your people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They just welcome you, and their fam and their fans welcome you in a way that to me was like, wow, this is crazy. I made friends just because I like music. Like, that was cool.
Right. Yeah, a lot of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, like, a lot of me as a cynic, right? Like, in a general conversation, I'll probably say that I don't like people as a species, but then as I go out and have these experiences, I meet so many cool people, and I'm starting to change that perspective a little bit. So it's been really fun.
It is. It's a hard balance to walk, because I know exactly what you mean. You'd rather just do it and be on your own, but at the same time, you meet people and you're like, man, I kind of like you. I kind of want to be your friend.
Right. Fuck. Why? For sure.
Out of, what is one of your current favorite songs? And when I say favorite, I mean, I want to specify current, because that's a hard question in general. So what is one song that you find from anyone in the industry, big or small, that you just find on repeat?
I think anytime I'm out shooting pool or doing something like that, sorry, my first go-to song is Dear God by Dax. It's probably not quite as current as you're looking for, but other than maybe the Illmind of Hobson 5, that's one of the most well-written songs I've ever heard. And so I can't get over listening to it.
Now, the same question, but this is, what is your favorite song out of your catalog?
I guess it depends on the mood I'm in that day. I really like Stays on the Page. I had my friend Antonia Marquis kind of help me with the hook there because, again, I can't sing. And so she did an amazing job, and she really added a lot of emotion and depth to the hook. And then the lyrics behind it is just sort of, I don't know, there's just a few parts that I really like. I really like the country rap EP that I just put out. Pretty much all 4 of them, really, just because it was fun to challenge myself to do something a little different. You know, I never even really liked, I mean, I liked country a little bit growing up because the Midwest thing, Wisconsin was being a part of it. I had no choice. It was constantly around, but I never in my life thought that I would be making a country related, you know, EP or album or even song for that matter. So I really like how it turned out. I think it shows a lot of growth. I really like Right From His Fucking Basement. I think that one's pretty clever. And You Still Laughing is Slept On. There's some pretty hard bars in there.
Okay, so this is same question, but do you have a favorite song to perform live?
Yeah, that one's probably Right From My Fucking Basement. You know, for those who listen, a lot of my stuff is kind of sad. A lot of my stuff kind of touches on mental health and depression and suicidal thoughts and that kind of thing. So it's kind of hard to perform a lot of what I do, right? Especially like recently, I'm opening up for King ISO, and I know a lot of his stuff is emotional, but he's got that Midwest chopper thing going on all the time. And so does most of his crew. And, you know, the Sky Manor guys are so great and so much full of energy, and they're on every show that I've been doing. And so it's like the one song that I do have that kind of lets me kind of perform a little more is Right From His Fucking Basement.
I have a feeling you literally just answered this next question. So would that also be one of the songs that brings up the most emotion?
Oof.
Because here, I'll just ask the question. What song makes you emotional, whether it be happy, sad, whatever?
Whew. I mean, I think I can confidently say that I have a 4 or 8 bar section in every single song that makes me feel emotional somewhere. Stays on the Page is a good one. I Just Want to Move On was one of my earliest songs that I wrote during this process. And there's a little part at the end of the second verse that I cried so many freaking times when I was writing it. Man, that's a tough question. That's a good question, yo. Yeah, probably Stays on the Page, or maybe I Just Want to Move On.
So have you had the opportunity to work, or not work, but I guess, to collaborate with any other artists?
Yeah. I did a song with a dude from South Africa like 6 months ago, which was pretty cool. It was only like 6 months into my process, and all of a sudden I've got a guy from South Africa hitting me up. That was cool. I actually have an 8-song collaboration coming out with Playboy the Beast. I'm just kind of waiting for his health issues to kind of clear up so he can put down this last verse, and then we're gonna knock that one out. I think my boy Knowledge Born's about to get on a song that I just sent him like 4 or 5 days ago, so I'm excited about that. I've got another one that I literally just finished last night that I'm probably gonna hit up a couple people. I don't know. I don't want to say anything until I know somebody's gonna do it. Yeah, there's my buddy Corey Pop. He goes by Grit. He's from Montana. I did a couple songs with him. We sort of put one on my release and one on, he's got like a double album release. And if I'm being completely honest, I like the one on his release way better than the one on mine. But so yeah, go listen to it. Go listen to that one. His name's Grit, Grit. Yeah, that's sort of what I've been doing. Obviously, I was part of that 308 Cypher, and that's sort of the whole thing. I know in the beginning you said that I was affiliated with them. I'm not part of the Gilded Realm Records, but I did get to be a part of that Cypher, and that alone has really given me a big jump start in the things that I'm trying to do. So I'm always going to be thankful to those guys and those dudes that were a part of it, and it was just really cool.
I apologize for getting that information wrong.
No, that's totally fine. I get it. I totally understand, because every single thing that they've been doing, I've been blessed enough to be a part of. So I totally understand why. Yeah.
And that's how I came to know of you as well.
Sure.
So I guess
exactly.
That's
it
the
totally makes sense.
association.
Honestly, that's probably where a good chunk of my already, fan base is, because of through them. So I'll always be grateful to them.
So if you could work with anyone, dead or alive, who would you want to work with?
Oh, I guess it would have to be Eminem or Dax. Honestly, it's crazy that ever in my life I would answer anybody but Eminem, honestly. But I really, really love what Dax is doing. I love his message. I love his sound. So either one of those, that's the end goal, right? That's one of those two. That's my end game.
Hell yeah, that sounds like pretty damn good goal to me.
Yep.
Okay, so right now I think we're gonna take our chances, and I think we're gonna try to play this video before my internet. Yeah, let's try to do it. So if this works, you guys, I am going to try to play this video. Underrated. So hopefully this will work.
Yeah, this was like a hype video for when Tampa Bay was playing Detroit in the playoffs last year. I tried to make a little AI generated thing, and I didn't know what I was doing very well, but I like the song a lot.
All right, so coming up, you could do this. There we go. We got it now. Thanks.
A guy that wants to be remembered as a winner.
If I hear any doubt, I just laugh them off. Nobody can hold me to a higher standard than myself.
I'm underrated like my name Mike Evans, but there gon' be a day when they say that I'm a legend. Build that resume, Hall of Fame, no question. Setting records, but still working like a freshman. We are work 'em. I'm underrated like my name Mike Evans, but there gon' be a day when they say that I'm a legend.
Sorry, I tried to enlarge it and it paused. Hopefully it'll come back.
It's all like AI stuff. I don't know if that affects the quality of how it comes out or not. I don't know.
Setting records, but still working like a freshman. Now that I'm here, there's a big man on campus. Man of the year from Galveston into Tampa. Pledge to spend my career setting them beating standards. It's the mic you should fear. Don't make me teach you some manners. Bitch, I'll smack you like you Lattimore. No clue the plans I have in store. I manifest my future. Know the reasons that I'm rapping for. Just trying to beat these demons. Give a at the scores. If my people eating, achieve what I'm on the planet for. Life threw more fades than I wanted to catch. Never knew I'd be this great. I just needed to vent. Feeling page after page. Doing rap after rap. Along the way, I earned your respect. 3-star recruit, I know you lying. With me, even Johnny can win the Heisman. 6 dudes better, hard to find them. Watch me put up these numbers, I'll Jerry Rice them.
I've always had confidence in myself. I always want to be one of the best.
I'm underrated like my name, Mike Evans. But there gon' be a day when they say that I'm a legend. Build that resume, Hall of Fame, no question. Setting records, but still working like a freshman. We are work 'em. I'm underrated like my name, Mike Evans. But there
So basically, when I play any video, I always stop it before it gets to play all the way through, because if you want to watch the video, I like to remind everyone watching that you have to go do that and give that stream to him. So go find that on, what is your YouTube? Is it?
It's Boyd Can Rap.
Boyd Can Rap. I knew it wasn't just Boyd Music. So go find that on Boyd Can Rap on YouTube, and that was underrated, you guys. That's pretty badass. I love the visuals and stuff too.
Yeah, they were playing Detroit last year, and so I kind of had the thought maybe I could get it on some of those Tampa Bay fan sites, you know, but I had to rush the video making process, so that's all right. Live and learn, right?
Yep.
I love the song.
I don't want you to spill anything that you're not allowed to or don't want to yet. So Can you tell us a little bit about what you were telling me behind the scenes? Are you going to make a new video or?
Yeah. So tomorrow, and it's not even, I want the whole world to know, I've basically invited my whole hometown to come get some free beer at a bar tomorrow, and I'm shooting a music video. It's going to be for one of the songs off my country rap EP. It's called I Ain't Thinking About You. And then it's also called Last Call, because that's really what I want it to sort of be remembered by, because at the end of closing time, they have closing time. They play that at every single bar, right? So I figured we needed a last call song. So I wrote one.
Oh, yeah. Right on. So if anyone's watching, why don't you tell them where to roll through tomorrow if they want to participate?
I'm going to be at Chug-a-Lug Bar tomorrow. The party starts at 3 p.m. That's when we're tapping the kegs. And I'm going to be there probably all night, just shooting videos for this song. We're going to try to put a couple cool things together and have a couple pretty neat looking little scenes. And yeah, we're just going to have fun. Give you a chance to give a bunch of people who have no idea who I am a chance to kind of know me and see what I'm about. And, you know, I truly believe that this starts at home. And so what better way than give away a bunch of free beer, right?
Hell yeah, that sounds awesome. I wish I was closer.
You know,
I don't even drink, but I just want to show up and
it's gonna be fun. Look, part of me expects like 30 people, but part of me expects to get shut the fuck down. So I don't know.
Well, I hope that you end up with right in between both of those. Yeah, that's balance.
Just
right
short
in
of
there.
getting shut the fuck down. That's what we're going for.
All right. So, you have actually already answered this question. Have you performed out of state? But do you have a favorite state to perform in?
Okay. Home. Duh. Look, I just love to perform. Honestly, most of the time, you know, it's still really, really early. So most of the time there's 15 to 25 of my people out there, and then there's 90 people who have no idea who I am. And so that's always fun. Is a lot of times I get to go first. I get to start the show off. And so I think it's really fun when the first act gets to go up there and be fucking dope and have everybody be like, what the fuck? This is going to be a good show. You know, I think that's cool. So yeah, right now it's just, I love it all, man. That's the only time I ever really feel like me.
Right on. If you had the opportunity to not just perform, but headline open any venue anywhere in the world, where would you want to open?
Probably the Staples Center, I suppose, right? I'm a Laker fan. I got a tattoo of Kobe on my forearm, so I might as well, if it was going to be anywhere, might as well go to the place the Mamba lived, right?
Hell yeah. Hey, right on. Out of the places you have been, is there any venue that has just stuck out to you and you're like, this place was really dope?
Yeah, I mean, the first one, the Roxy Theater in Denver, it was really cool because there was a dude basically who owned the label, owned the venue, and he put everything together himself. His name was Troll. Yeah, and it was just really impressive to me that one dude was able to, you know, that venue is right next to one of the probably most popular 15 clubs in the whole town, you know? And so just being able to lock that down and be able to handle it as well as he did. And he handled all the pressure. And so I guess it's not even so much the venue specifically. It was a great venue too, a lot of space, but just the person who ran that venue really, really inspired me.
I think you might be a little happy to know that that same person still owns and runs that venue.
Let's go. That's good fucking news, man. Let's go.
Yep. And the part of town that it's in has, I don't know when the last time you happened to be down there, but it has, from 15 years ago, it has changed significantly. It's gotten a lot nicer.
Yeah. I used to, when I was telling you about some of my extracurriculars, that club right next to it was one of my main resource
it's anyone familiar with Colorado, the Roxy is located in what we call 5 Points, which is used to be our ghetto of ghettos, and it's not a complete 180, but it is far from what it used to be, man.
That's good.
You wouldn't even recognize it. I can tell you that much.
I believe that because I know it was sketchy down there for sure.
Yes, it was.
So
yeah. So what is your strategy and way to grow, or in other words, your 5-year plan?
Sorry. So basically it's collabing as much as I can. I love to do it anyways because then I get to kind of test my own limits, right? I'm sort of just kind of working through how to actually make money doing this instead of spending so much money doing it. But once I think I have a good plan of attack, that's when I'm going to actually open my own label. I know that you get to claim all that stuff in taxes, but you also have to show a profit 2 out of 5 years. So I want to make sure that I'm on a path to where 2 years from now, I'll be able to show profits before I open that up. But yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep making connections and just keep trying to learn. Honestly, I don't know all the answers, and I'll probably never know all the answers, but all I can do is keep trying things and seeing if they work. Something like this music video where I put out an ad that only targeted Carney, and I'm pretty sure just about every single person in town saw it. I feel like that's the way. Connect with the fans, make sure that they know that I'm just a normal person, just like they are. I'm just putting in the work. I mean, that's a lot of the message behind my music. That's a lot of message behind who I am as an artist. And I just want to make sure that I follow through with that.
Hell yeah. Hey, that sounds like a hell of a plan. You know, not all of us need the same plans. And some of us, I'm not ashamed to say that, have smaller goals, and not smaller, but I guess each person's goal may not seem as big as the other person's, but it doesn't make it any less relevant.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you get my point of what
Absolutely.
I'm trying to say.
No, the whole point of this is I just want to inspire people to be better versions of themselves too, right? Like, since I started doing this and taking it seriously, obviously I'm not perfect. I still am human, but I'm a better man because I have something that I'm trying to do, right? I'm just a better human being. And it's not like I was a shit show before I started this, but a lot of the negative qualities have been fixed because I have a purpose. And I think a lot of us are missing a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to encourage everybody to find a purpose. It doesn't have to be this. It could be whatever it is. Go get a dog, whatever. Get a garden. Just find something that means something to you and nurture it.
Exactly. That's great advice. I think you just led me into my next set of questions. Actually,
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah. So pretty much let's go ahead and lead right into that. What is your advice for for you specifically? What is some upcoming advice you have for an artist?
Good Lord, I'm still looking for advice. I'm so new at this. I think for me, I think what is going to set me apart and why I feel so confident in myself is that I know how to learn, right? I'm not just throwing darts at walls. when I spend my time down in the studio or wherever, whatever I'm doing, I have a purpose. I know exactly what I'm trying to achieve during those moments. And so I think that learn how to learn. You're probably not as dope as you think you are. I'm not as dope as I think I am. You know, like there's always more to learn. And I think a lot of us kind of think we're there. I would also say that if you're younger, time is on your side, but that doesn't mean to take it for granted. You know,
Yeah, no, that is very
faster than you
true.
think. Yeah.
I want to pause and just kind of go off of that for a second. What you just said, that is so true, because I've always been a huge music fan, always, my entire life, since I was old enough to talk. Okay, and I never had the type of community or, you know, the idea of I wanted to make music. So now here I am 38 years later.
Yep.
And I just barely dipped my toe in the water 3 years ago. And there's nothing I regret more than not
Wasted
doing it
25
sooner.
fucking years. Yeah.
Yep, not trying to do it sooner.
And that's, to be honest, that's what this whole thing ended up being really about. Like, I listened to a lot of the lyrics from Dax, and that sort of made me think about it. But at the end of the day, the reason why I'm doing this now is because I don't want to be 80 years old and wonder what if. My whole life I felt like this is what I'm supposed to do. And so I'm not going to regret the next 30 years like I regret the last 30 years.
Hell yeah. So basically, if you have a dream, reach for that shit. Don't wait.
Absolutely.
Don't wait. Don't sit there and go, I can do it tomorrow. Just try now.
And focus on improvement. Like, be honest with yourself, right? Know where you need to improve and go fix that shit.
Hell yeah. Don't go out there and, like you said, just automatically think, hey, I'm the best at this. I'm really good. I'm awesome.
It doesn't work that way. All those people who are the best at this have been doing this shit for 20 years in the backgrounds, studying, doing what they're supposed to do. That's the only way you get to the level you really want to be at.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And the only people who can honestly get away with saying, hey, I am the best at what I do, like you said, have earned that right and have been in the business. If you walk around saying that and you've only been doing this for a couple years and you don't know nothing, you're not working to better yourself, then you just come off like a douchebag.
Right. Yeah, I feel like it's okay to say it. I say it in a lot of my lyrics, right? But you also can't truly believe it. Otherwise, you're just going to always be right where you are.
Exactly. All right, here's the controversial question. You have a hater right now. What do you have to say to him?
Who the fuck are you? I don't care. I don't. Even if you are good at this, which 98% of all haters, you'll almost never find somebody hating on you that's better than you, right? If somebody's hating on you, they're probably not better than you, because if they're better than you, they aren't wasting their time with you, right? So more than likely, you can't do this anyways. And I have enough of my own people, and I'm going to find enough of my own people. I really don't need you, bro.
All right. Hell yeah. So who are you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I've actually only got 2 more questions left. So this is the part of the show where I like to remind my viewers to please, if you have any questions for my guest or even myself, please drop those in the comments. And I'm basically going to hand the floor to you and make sure you cover anything I may have missed, anything exciting that you might have might be coming out, and to make sure to tell everyone where they can find you. List all those social medias.
Cool. Yeah. So, I mean, the most exciting thing that I'm currently working on is that music video tomorrow. A lot of my focus has been on that. After that, I've got probably 4 songs that I'm working on right now that I'm hoping I can release within the next couple months. Yeah, and we'll just keep doing that process. You know, when you ask me about my plans, sometimes I don't necessarily know what I'm supposed to do yet. So I just try stuff, right? Like, that's what this video is. I'm just going to try it, just see what happens. I was lucky enough to have an investor who's willing to pay for the kegs, and his name is B-, and he's a great fucking dude, and I can't thank him enough. So yeah, I just want to keep on getting better. Honestly, the only thing I'm really, really focused on is making sure that I get better. And in the meantime, I test theories and just see kind of what works, what doesn't. And, you know, I know that this isn't a quick, easy process. I know that I'm nowhere near a finished product. And so all I want to do is get closer and closer to that finished product, even though I know in my head I'll never think I am. I just want to improve. I just want to get better.
All right, nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and tell them your social medias.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's Boyd Music 3 on Facebook if you're specifically searching it. Otherwise, I'm Chris Boyd. Anywhere else, I have a website that's boydcanrap.com. On TikTok, I'm at boydcanrap. Same thing with YouTube. I think that's what I'm at on Instagram as well. But to be honest, I don't hardly ever even look at Instagram. I don't know. I probably should, but
it's hard, man. That one for me is one of the most used, and for me, I'm just like, I don't get it. You can't do anything on here.
Yeah. I do a lot of my ads through Facebook and TikTok, and so that's sort of where I'm trying to build the two, you know, main things.
All right. So last thing is any shout outs.
Oh my gosh, I would shout out everybody, you know. There definitely are some people who are probably the only reason I even get to be on a podcast like this soon, right? And obviously it starts with the Sky Manor dudes, and also Upset Dave Allen. He's really helped me be able to, he's really opened some doors for me, and he's welcomed me with open arms. And all three of those guys, they're just kick-ass dudes. Same persona that I try to make sure that everybody knows. They're just regular ass dudes that are working their asses off and doing what they're supposed to do. I want to shout out Rob Gates too. I know he was just on here. I got to meet him when we did that benefit show in Sydney, and he and I clicked real quick. Same thing with Clarissa. She's another one that I got to meet up there, and she's really helping push a bunch of my stuff. It really sucks once I start naming names, because now I feel like I'm going to leave people out. But
yeah, I know that feeling.
You know, to be completely honest, so like I was saying earlier, a lot of these shows that I've gotten, you know, that I've been blessed enough to be able to do have had 150 people there, and only 25 of those people were for me. And so I am thankful for all of those people, even if they didn't come there for me, because I know no matter what day it is, there's something else they could be doing. There's somewhere else they could be spending their money. And anytime they're choosing to do it, even if it's not there specifically to support me, I'm thankful they're there. And so I guess I just want to shout out everybody, really, anybody who supports live music, anybody who gives an encouraging word, anybody who buys the t-shirts, anybody who streams it overnight on repeat with it on mute so their homie gets their streams. Like, none of this shit can happen without people like you. And so
don't stream it on mute though. Put it on the lowest volume, because actually our streams on Spotify at least do not count on mute.
Oh shit. Look at that. Like, I didn't know.
I just recently found that out. So
all right. Well,
little tip.
PSA.
Yeah, but absolutely, I want to reiterate what you just said to the fullest. And this is about you who are supporting music. So shout out to all of you who are doing exactly what he just said. Streaming your homies' music. like I say, even if you're leaving the house, put it on for your dog. You know what? I don't
Yeah.
care. You're helping us get our, get those streams up. We don't make
the
money
algorithms.
off of that. So any little stream benefits, and
Absolutely.
just maybe your dog will walk out the door and be like, Wolf, and your homie walking down the street to be like, hey, I know that guy. You just never know. Huh?
Yeah.
Dogs communicate, man.
I'm saying.
He's going to sniff that other dog's butt, and his owner is, for some reason, is going to go home and turn on your track, and that's just the way it's going to go.
It's like it's the way the universe works.
Oh, shit. And if you didn't know from that content, I am high as fuck right now.
Let's go.
All right. So my last two questions for the show, these are my, this is my hype question, because this is Hype as Fuck podcast. So what is your most memorable, most favorite Hype as Fuck moment, whether it be you as a fan or you meeting a fan? And I need you to tell me that story as if it just happened, because it's Hype as Fuck.
Okay. So we were doing this show in Sydney, right? And I didn't really know what to expect. I was nowhere near supposed to be somebody that people knew, but when I got there, I was treated like a fucking star. People wanted me to sign their hats, wanted me to fucking sign their t-shirts. I got up on stage. There were people down there just jamming right in front of them. I got to give them my hat when I was done, and I'd be able to see the appreciation on their face and watch these kids have such a great time. That's what this is all about, man. And that made me hype as fuck.
Oh yeah, that sounds hype as fuck. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It was good. It was cool, man. They're good kids. Their mom is sorry to interrupt you, but since you brought it up, I want to let anyone know watching the stream that there are videos of that concert found on Rob Gates' YouTube. Yep, do it. Check it out.
So look him up, Rob Gates.
Yep.
Got a profile picture of his black doggo.
Go watch his interview too if you haven't yet.
Yes, he was recently featured on a podcast, and in fact, if you go find that podcast, you will find the exact link to the videos that I am talking about right now.
Holy shit, it's like it all works out.
Hell yeah. Last question, my guy.
All right, let's do it.
What is your favorite dinosaur?
My favorite dinosaur. I mean, I guess I probably don't know what it's called, but on Jurassic Park, they had that thing that had the mane and spit. I guess that would have to be it, right?
Yep. Dilophosaurus.
Okay. Yeah, I figured you might know. But yeah.
Took me a second. I actually had to think about that one, but
That's the one. Yeah, that thing looks badass as shit. Could you imagine being able to train one of those and have it do your bidding?
Dude, that would be so cool. And you know what? That's one of my top favorites, simply because you can still find the little ones today. Like, they have miniature versions of those lizards that have the little hood on them.
Let's go.
So
I could have one and train one. Is that what you're telling me right now?
Yeah, actually, I think I am. Yep, you could fucking get one. A little. I think they only grow to like 2, maybe 4 inches, but yeah, they got the hood.
Camera editing can do some cool things.
Yep, hell yeah. Go get you a little fucking dinosaur, man.
I'd have to.
If I was an RV living, you could bet I'd have one.
You know?
All right. Hell yeah, my guy. So I had an awesome time talking to you.
Me too.
I want to thank you for coming on, and as well as all of the viewers for watching. As always, you are absolutely more than welcome to come back on the show at any time. Just reach out and we can get you on.
Cool.
And basically, I'm going to send you off with the hopes of over 1 million streams on everything that you drop in the future.
Hey, let's go. Same to you. Same to you.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate that. All right. So everyone, Chris Boyd Music, go follow him. Go check out the YouTube. Go, if you're in town tomorrow, go check out the music video.
It's going to be a blast.
Go ahead and throw down that info one more time for him.
Yeah, so I'll be at Chug-a-Lug Bar tomorrow, Kearney, Nebraska. I mean, most of you who are
watching, yeah, kind of are in that area.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm going to be kicking that thing off at 3. I'll probably be there all night. I'm hoping to get a couple shots at night with my drone. So yeah, there's free beer. What else can you ask for?
Hell yeah. Good luck on that. And I can't wait to see it when it all gets put together and comes out.
Me neither. I'm excited about it.
Right on, man. Well, it was an absolute pleasure having you on the show, and I appreciate you giving me this time of your day.
Same to you. I know that, on a personal note, I know you're dealing with some things, and so just you showing the professionalism and still making sure that this was able to happen, it shows a lot of your character, and I just want you to know that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's been a struggle, and I am so glad that I didn't have to rearrange your whole life again, and it worked out. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate you understanding
of course,
the behind the scenes struggle.
Same to you. Same to you.
Right on, man. You have a great rest of the day, and like I said, you hit me up anytime, and you're more than welcome back.
Right on, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys.
All right. Big shout out to today's guest and every single one of you that tuned in. Special little shout out to my star senders. You guys are more than freaking awesome. I appreciate you. Kimberly Rose Gates, thank you. Clarissa Ann Bennett, thank you. Wifey, Sunray, thank you, baby. Everyone else for watching. Bree, thank you for tuning in if you were still here, and anyone else who is in the chat who is watching but I can't see you, thank you for tuning in. Come back tomorrow. I have another episode with Ken the Ghost, so tune in for that. Go like, comment, share this video out, and turn on your reminders, because like I said, I've got another one tomorrow you don't want to miss. And last but not least, it is never required, but absolutely appreciated. If you want to donate, you can do that via Stars. You can do that via Cash App, Venmo, or Facebook MetaPay. All of those links can be found in my bio. And for those following my personal page, I want to just reiterate for those on here that for the time being only, any donations will unfortunately not be going to the podcast, because I am in the middle of trying to save my house and home. So all donations will be going directly to #SaveDudleyRV. So if you want information on where your donations are going, look up that hashtag, and all the information will be given to you. Aside from that, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in, and peace out. Much love.